Well, students, so today we are going to start Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 1, line number 71 to 78. So, Rome, a street. First of all, let us see what exactly happens in this scene. I have already explained you this previously. Once again, let me tell you. The common people had gathered to welcome Julius Caesar. There is a large gathering of common people in the streets of Rome. The common citizens and artisans of Rome have come out to the streets to see Julius Caesar pass and to rejoice his triumphs. Artisans means common people. It's a holiday crowd composed of tradesmen and mechanics and artisans who are enthusiastically celebrating the triumph of Julius Caesar at the defeat of the sons of Pompey. The tribunes, Flavius and Marullus, who belong to Pompey's party, are afraid of Caesar's increasing powers, who do have no sympathy for Caesar, rebuke the people most vehemently, chase them home. They drive them away from the street, for they do not want Caesar to be shown any mark of honor. The crowd disperses, tongue tied in their guiltiness. Flavius goes away to disrobe the images of Caesar wherever he finds them decked with ceremonies. Well, students, now we are going to study line number 71 to 78. Students, if you consider till now, I would like to tell you to note the difference in the character of the two tribunes. Marullus was the more, uh, you know, what we call forceful and imperious. Flavius was rather quiet and conciliatory. Marullus domineered. Flavius relied on persuasion. Okay, let us start. Flavius. So we see Flavius says, it's no matter, let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I will about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, where you perceive them thick, these growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make them fly an ordinary pitch. Thereafter, who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Well, so let us take the first four lines said by Flavius. It's no matter, let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I will about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, where you perceive them thick. Trophies means marks of victory, crowns of victory. Caesar's trophies. See the two words, Caesar's trophies, the emblems of Caesar's victories. A passage in the next scene shows what these trophies were. There we shall see that Caesar informs Cassius about Marullus and Flavius are put to silence for pulling the scarf of Caesar's trophies. Okay, then I'll about means to go about, go round. Vulgar, vulgar. See the word vulgar means common people. The vulgar means not only the mob but the lower order of the people generally. There is a note of contempt in the word. Then perceive them thick. Perceive them thick means see them crowded together. Now let us take Flavius's saying. Flavius says, it is no matter, let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I'll about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, where you perceive them thick. So Flavius says, it's it is no matter, let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. Means it does not matter. Do not allow any image to be adorned with Caesar's trophies. Once again, it does not matter much if we do so. Let no images remain decorated with marks of honor for Caesar. He says, I'll about I'll about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. Means I will go now and drive the common people from the streets. I will go about and drive away the mob from the streets. He say, he says, so do you too, where you perceive them thick. Means you must also do the same wherever you find a crowd. And you, in your turn, must do the same wherever you find a large gathering. Okay, students, now let us take Flavius's saying, that is, the four lines. Flavius says, it is no matter, let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I'll about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, where you perceive them thick. Means it does not matter. Do not allow any image to be adorned with Caesar's trophies. I will now go and drive the common people from the streets. You must also do the same wherever you find a crowd. Okay, students, I think you have understood the four lines said by Flavius. Let us return to the text. Flavius continues. So, Flavius continues. What he says, these growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make them fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? This is said by Flavius. Okay, so let us take the meanings. See, growing feathers means increasing honors. Students, you must write down these things in your text itself. Growing feathers means increasing honors. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing. That is, once we can clip and curtail Caesar's growing power and popularity, like the clipping of a falcon's feather to make it fly low. This anticipates Brutus's arguments in his soliloquy in Act 2, Scene 1. We shall see that later on. Well, let's come back to the meanings. Pitch. See the word pitch means flight, height. This word. Ordinary pitch. Ordinary pitch means at a level not above the ordinary. Else means otherwise. Who else means who is referred to Caesar, Julius Caesar. Who otherwise would rise high in the estimation of men. Next is servile. Servile. Servile means slavish. Servile means slavish. And servile fearfulness. Take the two words together. Servile fearfulness means slavish fear. The fear of servants and underlings. The metaphor, the metaphor in these lines is from falconry. Shakespeare's plays are full of these references. Falconry, or the art of hunting with falcons, was a pastime much in vogue among noble men in this age. Julius Caesar is pictured as a growing hawk, which once became a falcon towering in her pride of place. This reference is one of Shakespeare's plays, Macbeth. This would make all small birds couch down in fear, but might be rendered harmless through the loss of a principal feather from her wing. Right. Students, now let us find out the explanation of the four lines together. Flavius says, what he says? Flavius says, these growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make them fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Let us take the first two lines. Flavius says, these growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch. Means, if we remove these new honors from Caesar, like a bird with clipped wings, Caesar will not be able to rise very high. That is, Caesar is fast becoming a full-fledged eagle or falcon. Some feathers must be plucked from him in order to bring him down to the common level. Flavius continues. What he says? Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Means, otherwise he will soar, he who Julius Caesar. Otherwise, he will soar higher than the rest. By the dispensing of the mob and the removal of all marks of honor for Caesar, we must check the growing power of Caesar, which otherwise would keep us all in slavish fear of him. Okay, so all depart from the stage. After this, what happens? All depart from the stage. Now, once more, let us take the last four lines together. The last four lines. Flavius says, let us see once again. Students, I'm explaining these again and again so that it becomes easy for you to understand the lines. Well, what he says, these growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Means, if we remove these honors from Caesar, then, like a bird with clipped wings, Julius Caesar will not be able to rise very high. Otherwise, what will happen? He will surpass the view of ordinary men and keep us all full of fear of him, as though we were his servants. Okay, students, now we shall take Flavius's full saying together. That is from line number, that is line number 71 to 78, right from the beginning. Let us see. So what he says, it is no matter. Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I'll about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, where you perceive them thick. Okay. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Well, okay. So, means if we remove these honors from Caesar, okay, I have already explained. Let us take the full lines. Flavius says it does not matter. Do not allow these any image to be adorned with Caesar's trophies. I will now go and drive the common people from the streets. You must also do the same. You who? Marullus. You must also do the same. Flavius speaks to Marullus. So what he says, you must also do the same wherever you find a crowd. If we remove these honors from Caesar, then like a bird with clipped wings, Caesar will not be able to rise very high. Otherwise, he will surpass the view of ordinary men and keep us all full of fear of him, as though we were his servants. Students, see the last four lines of Flavius needs a little more understanding. You must hear carefully and may note down the necessary meanings and explanation. In his last four lines, Flavius says, what he says, these growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Students, listen very carefully. These lines are from the speech of Flavius regarding the growing ambition of Caesar's career. Okay, the two tribunes are equally jealous of Caesar's increasing importance. You have already seen this. They think that unless Caesar's ambitions are checked in time, he will grow into an absolute and irrepressible tyrant. The idea is expressed by an image of falconry. A hawk with lust feathers will soar very high in the sky, but if its feathers are plucked off, its highest flight may be prevented. The growing feathers of Julius Caesar are the honors that are being heaped upon him. If these feathers are plucked off, that is, these honors are withdrawn from Caesar, his soaring or ambitious career may be controlled in time. But if he is allowed to have complete away in everything, students, I hope you're understanding. And if popular honors are showered on him, his ambition will grow more and more, and people will have to live in abject fear of the autocracy of Julius Caesar. Understood, students? In a nutshell, right? Listen very carefully. The tribune Flavius is getting jealous of Caesar's growing power and popularity. He is for taking timely action. Why? To curtail that power. He says that as the wings of a hawk have to be clipped in order to keep it to a certain level of flight, so it is necessary to curtail Caesar's popularity with the mob in order that he may not rise too high. If he did so, then he would keep them all in utter subjection, fear, full of fear of him. Well, students, Shakespeare is keen on illustrating his meaning from metaphors drawn from sport. He knew that they would be readily grasped and fully appreciated by the sport loving Elizabethans. Well, so we have completed line number 59 to 70 of Act 1, Scene 1. In my next episode, I shall move ahead with the next scene, that is Act 1, Scene 2. I advise you to subscribe to my channel and press the like button so that you may get the next episode on time. Thank you. All the best. Jai Hind.